well, let's move on. Now we're going to be using similar road tricks to deal with these docks, okay? Because these docks, obviously, they've got the floating trees, and it doesn't look good. So what we're going to do, we're going to take our road again, and from here, just going to hold down the shift key to make sure they're straight. And you can position these kind of whatever you're happy with. I want it to come up to like the edge of this, and I don't really want it to go over the edge of that. So I'm going to run this up to there, and I'll do the same with this one. Just run it. Now there is a kind of a natural snap point which I may not be able to avoid, and if that's the case, I'm going to have to go with it, which, well, you know what, I think we're going to have to do that and see what it looks like, because it's going to be so difficult to avoid. Okay, let's just take that across there and run up to it, boom, and there we go. Now you'll see that now that we've put this road in, which I just screwed up. Oh, bonehead. Let's try that again. The natural terrain suddenly stops being transparent, so we've actually got this car park now, which we didn't have before, and we can get rid of that. So there you go. So we've got that bit. Now you could, if you wanted to, try and fill this in with another road, right? And you can probably just about get another road in. Like, don't know, you might, if you play around with it, you might be able to squeeze it. Maybe not. Maybe not. You might be able to get something like a pedestrian path or something in there, but we don't have a pedestrian path that we can use. So what on earth are we going to put in the center of here? Well, funnily enough, this space here is just big enough for, where are we? Commercial. I'm going to put in, and you can pick any density, but like if I pick a low density, for example, a low density commercial building, like, I don't know, like this one, right? This should, if I can, I'll probably have to zoom out a bit to get onto the snap points, and if you align it correctly, if I plop that in there, boom, right? When this builds, and I would have to let it build, which shall I? All right, just for you, just because you asked me, not for any other reason. Oh, hang on, it's not connected to. Needs to be connected to the city before it'll actually build. Let's come back over here, and how are we going to hook this up? Like, it absolutely kind of doesn't matter. We can just take a regular street and just. I kind of want to hang on to these. I'm going to hook that up to there and just. I'm just going to connect these up for now, just so that traffic can get around. I don't want it suddenly to have problems, and I need to be careful that this doesn't go abandoned because of wealth issues. But let's see if we can get that one to grow, just so that I can show you what it's going to look like. We're waiting for a truck to come down here, a construction truck. Oh, there we go. And they're starting to build, and there it goes. Come on, guys, get it built. Boom, boom, boom. Put up the sign. Done. Nice job. Right, let's pause that. Now, this will be for rent, for lease. So, obviously, it'll look differently. But the nice thing is that you can put different buildings into each one of these slots, right? And you can make this look however the hell you want. I think it's absolutely awesome. And you can use medium density, low density, you can futurize them, you can do whatever you want. It's like, it's so so cool. And in fact, this is going to be a futurized one because it's within the futurization boundary of this. So that's going to be a futurized building. Could look very cool. I'm going to have some fun playing around with those little buildings. Let me tell you that. Right. So we do also have some options with the ferry docks. So we can put in, if we want, like the cruise ship dock, right? Or we could put in an extra ferry dock if we wanted to keep the colour scheme the same, or we could get rid of those and put in just all blue ones or whatever. Now you can also put in, oh yeah baby, the cargo ship docks, and that's what we're going to be doing over in Tamarin South. So I'm not going to do it here. Guys, it's so cool. And the spacing in the middle, because you can put stuff in the middle. It's, oh god, oh, I love this. I've been playing around with this for a couple of hours, and I was getting carried away. And it's like stop, go and do it for real. Right, okay. So we've got a few of these roads to put in. So let's get on and do that. Come on, you're going to give me. Oh, I'm in wrong menu. Waterways. There we go. These ones. There we go. So, where's that silly snap point? Sometimes you get it and sometimes you don't. And I don't kind of understand like what the trigger is for getting it or not getting it. But yeah. Weird. Sometimes you get it and sometimes you don't. Before I was getting it like all the time, and now it's kind of gone away. Okay, well, one easy way to do it, if you've got one, just run it all the way down, boom, and then you can just hook these up. Oops, do it the other way, much better. Let's just see if we can find one of these little snap. Nope, that won't. You gonna snap? Nope. Try this one. Man, why aren't these snapping now? They were, I promise you they were before. So it's snapping to there, which is no good. We need a snap point about there. It's not actually a snap point, but you know what I mean. No, it's not doing it. It's absolutely not doing it. Okay, whatever. Right, so where's that road? It's running up to like just inside, so the white edge is just inside there, so that would mean about there, wouldn't it? So yeah, okay, right, well let's put that in then. Let's run that down there, and we'll do the same, run it up here. Oh, seriously, guys, I have actually missed this, and I honestly thought I would never say that again, but I have missed this game because I was getting too frustrated with things. Even with the new mods, I was getting frustrated. But so now that I've got my cities transferred, and I can play around with my original cities. And now I've found this stuff to play around with. Oh man, I am happy as a pig in poop. Right, let's trim these ends off now. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, a couple more. Boom, boom, and that one. Oh, and they're sitting on these little concrete beds now. Starting to look good, aren't they, guys? Oh, and that's lit up. We've got the old hologram going on behind the statue. Oh man, I am kinda liking how this is looking, and I'm wondering if putting a couple of these Millennium Plazas down here wouldn't actually be a pretty good idea. I'm thinking they might look pretty darn good. Yeah, I'm seriously considering that, and it would certainly solve my futurization issues, because then all of these buildings down here would be futurized. I've got to say, I'm pretty tempted by that idea. So if I was going to do that, and it's still an if, it's still an if. I seriously, you know me, there's going to be tinkering around at the end. Where would I put it? So I probably want a second one maybe there, and then a third one maybe there. It's not particularly even, but yeah, it doesn't necessarily have to be. Okay, let's you know what? We'll put them in, see what they look like. We'll live with them for a while, and we'll see if we like it. We don't like it. All right. There should be another. Oh, come on. There should be another. There isn't another snap point. Yeah. Huh. There should be a little snap point there, but there isn't. But okay, where's center? That's probably the closest. Okay, well, we'll put it in and we'll see. Yeah, looks okay. Looks okay. We'll do the same thing on this one. See if we'll zoom in and see if we've got the same snap point issue. So that one is the one I put it in on the last one. There we go. Cool. Right, how do they look then? Fine. I don't mind them there. I just don't want them to dominate the whole thing. And I have to say, liking how it looks so far. One thing I am going to get rid of. Well, you know what? I was going to get rid of the line outside, but I want to keep that for something that I want to do over here. Seriously, you're going to love that. Oh man. You know, actually, I might get on and do that next. I might leave this just as it is for now. What I'm thinking about doing is maybe putting in some commercial buildings, maybe some medium density commercial buildings in here. Not like all of it, but maybe, I don't know. For example, like if I put that across there and how do I want to do this? Because I'm gonna have to wall this bit off. I have to wall this bit off. I guess I could do a bit here. And I could maybe do a bit like up here or something. Don't know. Let's have a look at the medium density, and it's going to be medium density commercial buildings. So, and we could. I'm thinking it's going to be high wealth, medium density commercial. So I don't know. And I don't know what the futurized versions of this are. I'll have to play around with that. But let's pick something like, I don't know, something like that. Now the spacing should be about right for a medium density building. So I'm thinking if we put that like, if I get it on that snap point. Oh, you know what? If I put it up this end, about there, right? So we put that in there, and we're going to have to see what it looks like when it's built. But I could potentially put in. I was thinking of putting a park in. The problem is, like, these parks have the same problem. They look transparent. So if I put that in there, for example, you'll see immediately. They've got this, they're just transparent. You get the concrete bits, but you don't get the ground underneath, which is a little bit of an issue. Now, I could do the same deal and put roads underneath it, which, you know, it's a way around it, but I must confess, I kind of don't like doing that, like, all over the place. You know, let's... you know what? Let's try. Let's just try and see what it looks like, because it will fill in some of the terrain, but you also get like the street lights and things, which are not necessarily what we want. And I can't put in the so you know, you kind of get that, which is I personally don't like that. Like, if you do, cool, go for it. But no. So what I might do is play around. Let's get these demolished. Demolish the park. That makes it easier. I might play around with putting some of these buildings in and see what they look like once they're in. And I may have to put roads along the side or whatever to get them to look good. But, you know, that's not a problem. Yeah, like, especially once they're futurized, a couple of buildings in there. Like, not a lot, just like maybe a couple might look quite cool. So we'll have a play around with it. Especially if I get the right models. It could actually look pretty darn good. Alrighty, so there you go. So we've got our docks. Liking it. Right, next we're gonna do the wave power.